nice thing about being the last speaker under pressure of time is a lot of stuff's already been said about Erna Low. I didn't meet her either, I never knew her. People have spoken who did know her. Mark's done a biography of her. I had the absolute pleasure of watching all her films, because apart from keeping notes and letters of everything she did, she was an inveterate filmmaker. She took her first film in the early 1940s, and I think, because none of this was dated, it was all pretty haphazard, I think she kept filming for about 30 years until she first sold the company in 1972. So when I met Joanna, she said earlier, in Somalo last year, we got this idea going of looking through films, digitalising, producing the film you're going to see. 812 emails later, Joanna, it was about a week later, went to the offices, collected the 33 rolls of 16mm film, still in their folders, still in their tins. Actually, a couple of them had to prize open. A lot of these films hadn't been looked at for 50 years, so I had no idea what I was getting into at all. And it took me a while to find a viewer. There's not that many viewers left to watch 16mm films on in this country. I ended up at the British Film Institute, which fantastically had a great chap there who made me a cup of tea, put the film back together when I broke it. I didn't tell you about that. And eventually, I looked at all 33 films. 12 of them were actually promo films from different ski tourist boards who were giving films to tour operators at the time to show around the country, pre-internet, of course. And when I looked through the rest of it, there was quite a lot of films, as Mark has mentioned, the UK house parties, which she started in the early war years, in 41, 42. There were also a lot of films which she started summer holidays in the 1950s. And it's only 9 of the 33 films left were ski. So what you're going to see is a 9-minute film of Erna Low, but the first, it's effectively 3 films in one go. There's the UK house parties, which are phenomenal. The footage of Brooklyn during and post-war period is fantastic. There's the early period of the 50s, which is going on the summer holidays, and then there's the ski stuff culminating in her first school trips in 70-71, for which I must thank your brother, Christopher, and Tony Stradlin, who filmed that particular film. And that's the only film where I found footage of Erna herself, because she was the woman behind the camera, didn't like to be in front of it, but thankfully, for your brother, he's producing a film which we'll see shortly. There's a couple of other clips as well, but not too many of Erna herself. And when Roger says he was about 10, when he started to know Erna, I can disabuse him of that, because he's about 7, and there's a clip of him. About 3 minutes into the film, you'll see Roger. But I hope you enjoy this film. This is absolutely sentimental. It's indulgent. It's not a commercial film. It's 10 minutes of Erna and a history through her cine film over 30 years, and it reflects what she did, what she achieved, and what she enjoyed. And I hope you enjoy it immensely. Thank you.